So as Sports just said, for a minute it looked like Andre was just giving up rebounds so he could make another save.
I don't know if that was his plan, but it worked. He was obviously really good in the third. I thought we managed the game pretty well in front of him in the first two periods, and then I don't think we were playing tentative. I think they were shooting everything, and they go to the net hard, and there's a reason why they're one of the top scoring teams in the league. They put a lot of pressure on you offensively, especially in their power play. They must have had a good chunk of their shots on the power play, and Mackey played probably his best period of the year since he's been here in the third.
It seems like he just has that kind of competitiveness, that extra, even no matter how far away he is, he just finds a way to stop.
Yeah, well, the gift I think that he has is, I think his goal is to win the game. Where some goalies, I think, get distraction when they give up a goal. He just, okay, I'll win the game. Like, I just got to win this game. And you can see that in the way that he competes, and the way that he fights for everything out there. He never gives up on anything. He's making glove saves with his blocker in the corner, and that stuff like that. Like, that takes a lot of effort, and he gives it every night, and that lifts our team up. Like we talked about with the call-ups and injuries and everything else, that's what you need to win hockey games. He's provided that for us.
It's also important to remember which blocker or which glove you don't have anymore.
Exactly. Really important. Really important.
The other night you said Armin has got to put together a stretch, and tonight it seemed like he was staying on that level, even going on another level.
Yeah. I thought he was, this is 2 out of 3 games where he's been really good, and I thought he was, he was good enough. Probably the last game, for his standard, probably not where he wanted to be, but with the increased role, minutes, and responsibility, he stepped up. And that's what we talked about, guys needing to do that, and he did it. He's done it. He did it tonight. I thought he did it 2 games before, and I thought he's pretty good.
And he can take, is he at the point, I assume he is, and he knows, but, he should take some satisfaction in making that play to get the power play at the end.
Yeah, well, I think he should, one, have satisfaction in the fact that he's on the ice to draw that penalty, because that always wasn't, the trust that he had with our staff to be out there with a one-goal lead with a couple minutes left. And two, I thought the big difference right now with him is he's using his body so much better in terms of just getting involved, using his body to shield the puck, moving his feet. He's so big and strong and long. Once he gets it, it's hard. He doesn't look like he's that fast a lot of times coming through the neutral zone, but guys aren't catching him when he's pulling away. And I think he's just got to know that he can do that consistently, whether it's rolling the offensive zone or through the neutral zone.
Coach, was this a playoff type atmosphere? I know every game is important for the situation you're in, but it seemed a very physical game, obviously a lot of scoring tonight.
Yeah, it felt like, for us it certainly was. Like you said, every game is a playoff atmosphere or playoff intensity at this point, so we can't afford to have any less effort than that. But it was we were pot committed tonight. Everybody was all in, and you could tell just by, you guys were in the locker room after, you could see guys were really excited about the win, but you could tell they gave it everything they had.
Grigorenko in the third period out there for several defensive zone face-offs, that showing a little trust in him, or just is he the best?
I think he was 3 for 3 at one point on D-zone draws in the third period. It's still part of this game that he's got to get better, and we've got Porter and Baroni probably that are a little bit more comfortable in taking those for us more. But I from what I've seen from Mikhail, I trust him a lot more in his own zone, win or lose that draw, that we're going to be able to take care of it. He's going to be in his coverage, and he's going to find a way out for us. And that's just something he's got to continue to build. So it's a big part of the game. If you want to play big minutes, you got to be out there for D-zone face-off and centerman. If you get yanked off every time you're in your own zone, it takes in your minutes big time. So I was impressed with him tonight.
Is it part of building his confidence too, or letting him know that you?
Yeah, I think that's part of it, the trust. You don't, I think we're all human beings, and it's a confidence game. We've talked about that before, and every time, the goalie covers your puck in your zone, and if the coach yanks you off, that's not great for your confidence, but it is a team game. You got to do what's best for the team, but, he wants to feel like he can do that. And I know that was, not to change subjects, but that was a big part of Luke's resurgence was confidence that we could play him in his own D-zone face-offs and penalty kill minutes. If he's confident in doing those things, it's going to help the rest of his game.
And you got another pretty big offensive contribution from Kessel.
Yeah, I thought he was good again tonight. He's a heady player, and he's been a point producer before. He was pretty good in college. He sees the ice pretty well, and he's an older kid, so just a really good play there, setting up Porter's goal. And he's been pretty solid for us. I liked him, a couple years ago when he was in Adirondack when we played against them, and it was fortunate that we were familiar with him.
I asked Blake about this, but I guess it's something about his last name that he was able to make that pass.
Yeah, whatever gets it done, It was a good. It's just a heady defensive play. He's coming down and he sees you open ice and he takes it, and makes a nice play out of the corner there.
Great.